I can't believe I forgot to do this. I am upset with myself because I forgot I was supposed to make a build for my waifu like 15 million videos ago. Yes, guys! Welcome back to the Whisker Kingdom. The Whisker Gang. The Whisker Gang on top. Y'all already know my subscribers. Y'all know how this flows. Y'all know how this goes. You saw that? You saw that? Never mind. Alright, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another Whisker Chan video. And in today's video, what we are going over is, yes, as you heard in the beginning, we are going over GANYU's build, which I can't believe I forgot. I can't believe I forgot to actually make this build, but it's okay because we are here now. So let's go ahead and go over this build. But before we do go over this beautiful waifu's build, because I know all you simps are so ready. Y'all are bloodthirsty for this. You probably even skipped this to the timestamps to go to the build. But guess what? I'm going to say it anyway, because I got the strength. And I know y'all love me. Go ahead. If you are new here, smash that subscribe button down below. Join the subscribers on the grind to 1,500. But if we have already hit that goal, since we are 8 subscribers away, and this is pre-recorded, let's go! 1.5k, let's go, baby. 1,500 subscribers. We are on that grind. So now let's hit 1,600, baby. We want 2,000 subscribers. We definitely want to get to at least 3,000. I want to make a goal for 2021. I'm not sure what it's gonna be. Maybe 5,000 subscribers. That would probably be the goal, but that's gonna be a long grind. But guess what? I'm down to grind, and I have a lot of belief in you guys, and I have a lot of belief in myself. So 5k for 2021, but 2020 1,500 is the goal, baby, and we're about to hit that. So I love you guys, and I appreciate all the support. But if we do hit 1,500, go ahead and smash the subscribe button. Join the subscribers on the grind to 1,600. And also, smash that like button down below. But let's get into this video. I'll never get used to how I have to be you know, never mind. Anyway, let's go over GANYU a little bit. She is a 5-star bow user. Element is cryo. And yeah, she is crazy. Like I said, her ascension, it's really important to go over this because of the fact of her cryo damage percentage that she gets from ascension is actually broken. Compared to other characters that only stop at 28.8%, she goes to a whopping 38.4%, which is almost 40%. And that is a lot of base cryo damage for like max level, unlike 28.8%, which means she could set up for a lot of cryo damage. And these are essential materials as well, because some people sometimes ask me about essential materials. I may be skipping over them too fast, so I'm gonna let you see these right here. And yeah, so this unit is very, very special for the fact that her normal attacks, I mean not her normal attacks, but her charged attacks have levels. Now it's similar to Child, where you can charge and then shoot, and then you have you can debuff them and have his debuff on them. But this is a little bit different. We have her charge attack level 1, which basically if you hold the arrow a little bit, boom, you're gonna hit you're gonna do cryo damage, like a basic charge on a bow character. You know, you're gonna hit the element that's charged. But if you hold it a little bit longer, you get the level 2, which fires off a frostflake arrow that deals cryo damage. The frostflake arrow blooms after hitting its target, dealing AoE cryo damage. You know, like a little explosion, right? So that is really, really cool. And these are the multipliers right here. We have the aim shot charge level 1, which could go up to 200. Hold on, I'm trying to scroll. Okay, charge level 1, go up 294.5%. And then we have the frostflake arrow, which goes to 304%, which is a little bit more than the aim shot charge level 1. And then also we have to remember the frostflake arrow's bloom damage, 516.8%. She's a sniper, guys. Like literally, there's without a doubt she's a sniper, right? So we also have her plunge damage. Y'all already know how plunge damage goes, 151%, but low and high plunge damage 303 to 379.59. Y'all already get this, right? So those are her percentages for her charge level 1 as well as her frostflake. She is a sniper, guys. And honestly, what I really want to go over in this video is her sub DPS build and her DPS build, because y'all are probably like thinking she could be a sub DPS or she could be a main DPS. It's up to you what you prefer. Some people don't like bow in this game. A lot of people don't like bow actually, but I am actually a favorite of Bo. So I'm probably gonna put her as main DPS, but I'll explain the sub DPS, support, and main DPS, right? Now we have Trail of the Keelan, which is her elemental skill. Y'all already know she's actually OP Amber, basically, right? So leaving a single isolators behind, GANYU dashes backwards, shunning all impurity and dealing AoE cryo damage. This continuously taunts all the enemies, attracting them to attack it. This endurance does scale off of GANYU's max HP. That does come into sub DPS part, which I will explain once we talk about our builds. And then the blooms profusively when destroyed or once its duration ends, dealing AoE cryo damage, right? So these are the percentages right here. We have the inherited HP, which is 285% at max level, and the skill damage at max level is 313%, which is pretty good. The duration is 6 seconds, and the cooldown is 12 seconds. Why is this good? Because even though it ends before the cooldown ends, you have 6 seconds on the cooldown left. You will be charging your level 2 doing Frostflake. The Frostflake damage sniping people. So it's really good to stall. You have a stall as well as, you know, repeatedly putting out that isolate. So it's going to be a really good combo. It's not like you're just going to have to do normal attacks the whole time. No, you're going to be smacking with sniper damage with your charge level 2 and charge level 1 of the charged attacks on her bow, right? So we have her Celestial Shower, which is her elemental burst. This is basically right here. I'm going to explain as simple as I can. A Sacred Cryo Pearl that exercises evil. During the ability's duration, the Sacred Cryo Pearl will continuously rain down shards of ice, striking enemies within an AoE and dealing cryo damage. So this right here has the ice shard damage, which of course is not going to be a high multiplier because of the fact it continuously hits them for a little duration. You don't want to put a, like I said, you don't want 800 damage on a level 15 and then it continuously smacks. That would be OP. Now if they made that mistake one day and, like, you know, if they ever made that mistake one day and it was in game, I would literally abuse that for the content, bro. That would be so cool. Imagine just smacking somebody for 50k like 50 million. Okay, anyway, so we got max level, max percent of 166.9%, duration is 15 seconds, the cooldown is 20 seconds, and the energy cost is 80. She has a very, very high energy cost. I really, honestly, it's alright, since you're going to be getting a lot of, I'm pretty sure you're going to be getting a lot of elemental particles from the charge level 2, just like you can do with Child. If you didn't know, if you charge Child's bow, then after you charge his bow and you shoot that super condensed charged attack, you're going to get some elemental particles back. So I'm pretty sure that's how she works as well. She's going to get some elemental particles back, and she'll be able to get her elemental burst sooner than later. But she's really not, it looks like she's really not revolved around her elemental burst, considering that the energy cost is that high, and she also has basically a taunting elemental skill. So it's basically saying, bro, you gotta snipe like a lot if you want to get your elemental burst, basically, and put out this as much as you possibly can. So that's basically what I think about her. I don't think she's much of a super elemental burst unit, more of a sniper unit, right? So we also have the Undivided Heart, and also a proccing unit for cryo damage, right? Undivided Heart, which is her first passive. After firing her Frostflake arrow, which is her charge level 2, the crit rate of the next Frostflake arrow and their subsequent resulting bloom effect is increased by 20% for 5 seconds. So the crit rate will be increased for 20%. This also comes into ideal with the builds that I am going to announce with GANYU, right? So that we'll talk about that really, really soon. And then we also have her second passive, which is Harmony Between Heaven and Earth. Celestial Power or Celestial Shower grants a 20% cryo damage bonus to active party members in the AoE, which is also really good. Like I said, she could be support, she could be sub DPS because of these cryo damage bonuses and the cryo she can provide for proccing elemental reactions, right? So let's go ahead and go over her builds. First build I want to talk about is the Glacier and Snowfield set. You're probably saying, why is the Glacier and Snowfield set? Well, honestly, it's really in the name. But anyway, we have the 2-piece bonus, which gives cryo damage plus 15%. As I said, she's going to be based off of a lot of cryo damage. She's going to be doing a lot of cryo damage. What you want to be doing is a lot of cryo damage because of the charge level 1, charge level 2, and her elemental burst and skill. You really want to just mainly snipe, really, with charge level 2 as much as you possibly can. Get those elemental particles back if you do get energy particles back if you do get energy particles from holding, which you should get energy particles from holding her charge level 2. And then, you know, you're going to do all this cryo damage. So, of course, it's ideal to increase the cryo damage. So, the cryo damage bonus plus 15%, plus her base, which is almost like 40%, which is really, really good. And we'll talk about the main stats and what you should opt for in the main stats of these artifacts, right? So, we have the 4-piece bonus, which increases super conduct damage by 100%. This increases melt damage by 15% as well. And then, using an elemental burst increases cryo damage bonus by 30% for 10 seconds. So, like I said, you want to opt for a lot of cryo damage. This build 4-piece set will be very ideal. There's another 4-piece set that's actually really more ideal, a little bit in my opinion, but depends on how you build your GANYU. I'm just giving you options to help you build yours, right? So increases super gauntlet by 100%. That means basically if you have an Electro on your team, if you want an Electro on your team, and you basically give them the status of Electro, and then boom, you smack them with some ice. Super conduct damage plus 100%, right? And this also you can also increase your melt damage if you want to run them with a pyro users. Increases the melt damage by 15%, which is pretty good, right? And then using an elemental burst increases the cryo damage. So the more you use your elemental burst, the more cryo damage you're gonna get. Now she does have a elemental burst cost of 8, so I don't know how fast she's gonna get her elemental burst back. It doesn't look ideal that she'll get it back fast, but we will have to see once she releases. We'll see once she releases, and we'll debate that. But if you could get your elemental burst back really fast, like really fast, this will be the thing to go to. The reason I say this is because that cryo damage bonus by 30% is really good. Because you're gonna already be getting the 2-piece factor, which is plus 15% cryo damage. And then if you get your elemental burst back really fast, you can proc for that plus 30% for 10 seconds as well, plus the base, and then plus whatever main stat you run, which should be cryo damage percent, right? So that's really it for the Glacier and Snowfield set. And like I said, what you want to opt for in the main stat ability, guys, is for your crown, for your goblet, and for your sands. What you want to opt for is crit damage, attack percent, and most of all, guys, cryo damage. Because like I said, this unit's gonna be based off cryo damage, and honestly, you want a lot of crit damage and crit rate if you possibly can, because as you see in her passive, she can already get like a lot of crit rate basically. Like because of the subsequent attack after your Frost Flake arrow, you could just go ahead and increase your next Frost Flake by 20% crit rate. So you're gonna have a little bit more crit rate. So if you could get a little bit more crit rate on the substats, maybe of 5-star artifacts, and then hopefully get them leveled up when you level up the artifact, that would be really good and very beneficial to you, right? So you want to run crit damage, attack percent, and cryo damage if you possibly can on GANYU, right? So let's go ahead and go on to the next build, which I feel like is probably a little bit, it's not better. I don't want to say it's better, but I want to say it's preferable. We have the Blizzard Strayer set. Now this artifact is being released in 1.2. The Glacier set is probably not going to be in 1.2. It wasn't announced for 1.2. So this is what you're probably going to opt for, and this is why I say you should opt for this. It's because it's really good. So this can proc a lot, like a lot. The 2-piece set gives you cryo damage bonus plus 15%. But here's where it comes in. The 4-piece set. When a character attacks an enemy affected by cryo, the crit rate is increased by 20%. If the enemy is frozen, crit rate is increased by an additional 20%. Guys, GANYU, say for example, you fire a level 2 arrow. Boom! They are inflicted with cryo. Now, you fire the next one. Your passive gives you an additional 20% crit rate to that. And then, they're inflicted with cryo. Meaning, your crit rate is going to be increased by another 20%. So now you're at 40%. Wait, it doesn't stop there. If they're frozen, crit rate's increased by another 20. That's up to 60% crit rate. 60% crit rate, guys. So what I'm saying is, you're going to be critting. You're going to crit a lot with this set. Now, especially if you have a crit rate build. But what you should opt for when you build this character with this set, crit damage. You want crit damage. Because you know you're going to crit. You know your passive is going to help you crit. You know that the 4-piece is going to help you crit. You know you have the cryo damage bonus from this. And you know you have all the cryo damage from the base. But what you want mainly, crit damage on the main stat. You want crit damage on your goblet, or no. You want your crown, sands, and cup, right? You want crit damage on your crown if you possibly can. You want cryo damage, and you also want attack percent, because this is going to be broken. I'm telling you, you want as much crit damage as you possibly can. You want a 5-star artifact with the most crit damage you can possibly get, and also the most crit damage that you possibly can get on the substat. Because I'm telling you, you get crit rate, and crit damage, extra crit rate. Nothing hurts with extra crit rate. So crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, and HP if you possibly can on the substats of all these artifacts. It's over. You get the main stats of cryo damage, attack percent, and crit damage. It's over. If you could possibly get the perfect set for the Blizzard Strayer set, once it releases in 1.2, it's over. Like I said. Now, honestly, the saddest thing is right now that Blizzard Strayer set releases in 1.2. hopefully, like I said, not GANYU. Albedo will be first, hopefully. Now, they're hinting to him being first 100%. He should be first 100% because of his event and all that. But if somehow GANYU does come first, it's going to be very unfortunate because this releases on 1.2. And that means that nobody will be ready to have this set ready for GANYU. And I really wanted to get this set ready. Like, I wanted to start farming this and see if I could get a really good set so that I could put it on my GANYU as soon as my GANYU comes to the game, right? Which will be a little bit in January. So that's why I'm hoping that she is the second banner, so that once this set releases, it gives me time to grind and get it ready so I can actually make a gameplay video. Because I'm going to start making gameplay videos because you all requested it, so I will be starting to do that, and along with guides like this and whatnot, right? So anyway, like I said, Blizzard Strayer set is absolutely broken on her. I feel like this set is just going to build her to her max potential for the fact that it gets crit rate, and she is a sniper, as I've told you a million times. It's giving her that cryo damage, right? And then it's giving her the crit rate, and then like I said, you want to build her crit damage, cryo damage, attack percent. Sub stats will be crit damage, crit rate, HP, attack percent, or attack. You want that. That's all you really want. That's it. That's the perfect thing you could do for her. But there's also one more thing you can opt for. And like I said, there are things you can do. You don't have to necessarily run her as a main DPS. These are main DPS sets, but you don't necessarily have to run her as a main DPS. What you can also do is, you can use her as a sub DPS or support. For the fact that this harmony between heaven and earth also supports the active party member in the AoE, giving them the 20% crowd damage bonus, and also that this right here, Ice Lotus. You're probably saying, what does this have to do? It taunts enemies, meaning it's going to make those enemies go towards it. And when they go towards it, what happens, right? Blooms profusely, and once it's destroyed, or once the duration ends, it deals AoE cryo damage. And guys, cryo damage plus any reaction in the game, especially Pyro, Melt, Superconduct to decrease the physical res of your enemy. Any, and I mean any reaction in this game with cryo is really, really good. Now, if you want, I'm sorry about my dog. So if you want to proc for these reactions, you want to just use her for a support, like lane up sub DPS or support, mainly support. Then what you would do is you would really give her the, let's see, you could give her, since the Glacier is probably not going to be here on 1.2, Blizzard. You want to give her the 2-piece Blizzard. You could do 2-piece Blizzard and then 2-piece Glads for the plus 18% attack. Or you could just do 4-piece Blizzard, and then once you put this bad boy out, what you want to do is on all your main stats, if you possibly can, get HP. If you could get HP for all your main stats, that means that the endurance will be really high, meaning it won't break. It will just like sit out there and taunt a lot and then create reactions, right? So that would be really, really good. I feel like definitely this would be a good bait, is what I'm saying. So this could be a good bait, and then proc for elemental reactions as well, which would be good. So this would be good, as well as our elemental burst doing that cryo damage for like literally how many seconds? 15 seconds. So that's gonna be good as well, and then set you up for proccing elemental reactions. So she could be an elemental reaction unit, or she could be a sub DPS, or she could be a pure raw main DPS for the ability to snipe, because she is a monster when it comes to cryo damage, sniping, and crit rate. Like I said, guys, this Blizzard Strayer set is literally meant for her. They're releasing it when this update comes because of her. This set is insane for her, right? So that's really about it for this video. There's really not many sets, but I'm pretty sure my subscribers, you guys, y'all already have the amazing brains that why is all this in my head? Y'all have all these amazing brains. So go ahead. If you have a set that you already have ready for GANYU, if you have a set in mind, let me know down in the comment section below. Explain it to me. I'll definitely want to read that and whatnot, because like y'all have the coolest ideas. So definitely let me know down in the comment section below. And also, if you did enjoy this, if this did help you figure out what you're gonna build, if this did help you, understand how the Blizzard Strayer as well as the Glacier work even more, go ahead and smash the like button down below. Join the subscribers on the grind to 1,500. If we've hit that, 1,600, baby. Join the subscribers on the grind to 1,600. But really, that's about it for this video, and that concludes this. So without further ado, I thank you to everybody who came out to watch this video, and I hope you did enjoy. So I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.